New York, New Jersey Stadium, East Rutherford. Extra time, second period, and the ball won't sit still. It squirms loose in the Argentina box, a bad bounce, an inviting one. And the man who reacts to it fastest is a substitute spent this entire World Cup looking, by his own admission and everyone else's, a step off his best. A downward header off a limey Yemo cross in the 66th minute, straight at Emiliano Martinez, the kind of strikers are built to do. He doesn't think he finished, sweeping that smaller match might over the crossbar. Instead, it was a rehearsal. Now the ball drops kindly in the 106th minute, and Ferran Torres does what's striking for the rest of his life. Spain 1, Argentina 0. A forward who came off the bench in the 60th town of 10,000 people ends up here, scoring the goal that beats the defending champions and wins his country's second World Cup. The story has to go back, not to this tournament, not even to Barcelona. Hold that image. To understand how a boy from a Valencian town of 10,000 people, and it goes back to a garden, a dog standing in his goalkeeper, and a grandfather with more patience than most professional coaches. The garden in Foios. Foios is a small municipality in the Horta Comarca, a short drive from Valencia's city center. Better known for its orchards than for producing footballers. It's where Ferran Torres Garcia was born in February 2000, which for years meant his birthday was more of a theoretical concept than an annual event. The discovery story, as Torres has told it himself, is smaller and stranger than the scouting network mythology that usually surround prodigies. He was 6, playing futsal with friends at his local school Ipile, when someone approached him after the match with an invitation to try out for Valencia CF. There was no master plan behind it. Just before that trial though, there was the garden, a small patch of land behind the family home in Foios with just enough space for a goal frame, where Torres is said they're playing something between coach and goalkeeper. When his grandfather wasn't available, the family dog filled in, guarding an imaginary net more enthusiasm than technique. His mother, Dolores Garcia Alcover, raised him in Foios and became the steady presence behind the football. His older sister, Aranza, would later become close enough that the two got matching tattoos. It was an ordinary, working-class Valencian childhood, the kind Spanish football likes to mythologize in retrospect, and the kind that, in practice, actually produces most of its players. In 2006, 6-year-old Ferran was formally enrolled in Valencia's Youth Academy. He would stay there for the next 11 years. Spain 1, Argentina 0. A forward who came off the bench in the 65th minute is about to become the answer trivia question we'll be asking for the rest of his life. Mastala's kid. Academies are full of promising 6-year-olds who never make it past 16. Torres kept making it. He progressed through Valencia's age groups, made his reserve team both for Valencia. Mastala at 16 in October of 2016, and by the following season had forced his way into first team plans. He made his first team debut on 30 November 2017, coming off the bench in a 4-1 Copa del Rey win over Real Zaragoza. Just over 2 weeks later, on 16 December, he made his La Liga debut against Eibar, 9 minutes off the bench in a 1-2 defeat, and in doing so became the first player born in the 2000s to appear in Spain's top flight. It was a small symbolic record, the kind that means little in the moment but follows a player around for the rest of his career. Short ad for how early he arrived. Interest from bigger clubs arrived right on schedule. Barcelona and Real Madrid were both credited with interest for Torres at turn 18. Valencia responding by tearing up his contract and raising his release clause to 25 million that autumn. He scored his first Champions League goal on 5 known. Didn't know he'll be becoming the first player down to mention for Torres had turned 18. Valencia responded by tearing up his contract and raising his release clause to 324 days old. And 2 he had 19 years and 324 days old, breaking a 40-year-old academy record set by Miguel Tendillo. He was an unused substitute when Valencia won the 2018 Copa del Rey, beating Barcelona 1 in the final, his first trophy. Watched from the bench. By the summer of 2020, Torres had made 97 appearances for Valencia's first team, scored 9 goals and outgrown in the eyes of most of Europe what the club could offer him next. Manchester City signed him on 4 August his 2020 on a 5-year deal, reported at initial fee around 23 million and potentially rising past 35 million with add-ons. Pep Guardiola never short of attacking talent, used him across the front line. wide central, occasionally as an auxiliary striker for a city side without a recognized out-and-out number 9. Torres scored 11 goals in his debut season as City won the Premier League and the League Cup. The signature moment of his time in England, though, happened on international duty. The signature moment of his time in England, though, happened on a national duty. On 17 November 2020, Spain traveled to Germany for a Nations League fixture and won 6-0 in the league 6-0, a result that stunned European football. Torres scored 3 of the 6, his first senior hat-trick, in a performance that did more than anything else to establish him as a fixture for La Roja rather than a promising fringe player. His second City season told a harder story. In October 21, on Nations League duty again, this time in the semi-final against Italy, Torres picked up a foot injury that would later be confirmed as a fracture. Played through it in the final against France days later. Before the full extent of the damage became clear, he was ruled out for close to 3 months, one of the longest layoffs of his career. He made just 4 appearances the season before Barcelona came calling. The homecoming Barcelona announced the signing of Ferran Torres on 28 December 2021. Their first major addition since Messi left. A deliberate statement during a season that had them stuck in mid. The pouring statements during a season that the reported fee was around 5 million plus add-ons on a 5-year contract, carrying a buyout clause set at inch 1 billion. He was unveiled on January 2022, back in Spain, barely 18 months after leaving it. It took time to find a settled role. Barcelona shuffled him between the wing and a false 9 adjacent position for several seasons while the club underwent its own upheavals. But the contributions were real early on. In his first full season, 2020-23, he scored a crucial goal against Atletico Madrid that helped hand Barca an 11-point lead on the way to the title. He added 11 more the following season under Xavi Hernandez. Then came 2024-25, a second in the Liga title and a Copa del Rey final for the ages. Barcelona beating fierce rivals Real Madrid 3-2 after extra time in Seville. Torres scored the goal that won it, finished the competition as top scorer, was named main man of the match. It would turn out to be a dress rehearsal. It would turn out to be a rehearsal, yeah.
None of it came easily. Injuries chased him through his Barcelona years nearly as persistently as trophies did. A knee problem that cost him 6 weeks in early 2024, recurring hamstring and calf issues through 2024 and 2025, and an emergency appendectomy in May 2025. He kept coming back. In 2025-26, now wearing the number 7 shirt and playing in a Barcelona front line stacked with 16 La Liga goals, level with Yamal for the most in the league by a Spanish player that season, as Barcelona won a 3rd title of his time at the club, La Roja. Torres' international career had been building for a long time before the wider world paid attention. He won a European Under-7 championship with Spain in 2017, beating England on aggregate, and a European Under-19 title in 2019, scoring twice in the final win over Portugal. His senior debut followed in 2020, and the hat-trick against Germany that same year confirmed he belonged. Under Luis de la Fuente, who took charge of the senior team in December 2022, Spain entered a run that most countries wait generations for. Then came UEFA Euro 2024 in Germany, Spain's record 4th European title. With Torres scoring and qualifying against Cyprus and Georgia and opening the scoring in a rotated sides win over Albania during the tournament itself. Not every chapter ended in celebration. In June 2025, Spain reached another Nations League final and lost it to Portugal on penalties. By the summer of 2026, De La Fuente Spain arrived at the World Cup with a European title in hand and an unbeaten run stretching back years. For once, expectation was not an unfamiliar weight for Spanish football to carry. Extra time. The World Cup did not begin the way the form book suggested. A goalless draw with Cape Verde opened Spain's group phase, uncertain. Nothing like the side that has swept through Europe 2 years earlier. Wins over Saudi Arabia 4-0 with Yamos' first World Cup goal and a brace from Michael Yarzabal. And Uruguay top Group H. But individually, Torres was misfiring. He started against Cape Verde and struck the crossbar with a clear chance against Saudi Arabia. Substitute appearances against Uruguay brought more near misses than end product. French reports linked him with a move away from Barcelona. Criticism of his tournament form grew up. The football press began writing about the criticism itself. Spain kept winning regardless. 3 over Austria in the round of 32. A tight late win over Portugal in the last 16 through a Michael Merino injury time goal. A tougher 2-1 defeat of Belgium in the quarterfinals and then a statement. A 2-0 semi-final win over France in Dallas, so complete that the French coach questioned the officiant afterward rather than his own team's performance. It stretched Spain's unbeaten run to 38 matches without defeat, a record, which brings the story back to New Jersey and the final itself. Against defending champion and an aging, but still dangerous Lionel Messi. Which brings the story back to New Jersey and the final itself. Against defending champion Argentina and an aging but still dangerous Lionel Messi. It was a bad temper match, decided in the ugliest way possible at the end of normal time when Enzo Fernandez already booked foul pa QBC and was shown a second yellow. Spain poured forward, Torres on since the 62nd minute for Yarzabal. Headed gnarly wide before Martinez denied him in the 66th minute. Chance after chance came and went. Then 6 minutes in the second period of extra time, the ball broke loose in the box, and this time Torres made no mistake. Left foot low under the crossbar, the only goal of the game. Spain's second World Cup, 16 years after they first. A tournament finished with a single goal conceded across 8 matches, the fewest ever by a champion. Luis de la Fuente at 65 became the oldest coach to win, completing an international treble, Nations League, European Championship, World Cup inside 4 years. And the goal that sealed all of it belonged to a substitute who a week earlier had been the subject of online jokes for missing a chance against Cape Verde. Extra time.
What Foios sees now, afterward asked what the goal meant. Ferran didn't talk about redemption or the criticism that had trailed him through the group stage. He talked about scale. The goal belonged to 47 million people, he said. Not as alone, not even just his teammates, but the whole country's. That answer is in miniature, the whole story. Whatever comes next for Ferran Torres, the town of Foios now has a permanent answer to the question every small town eventually asks about its most famous export. The kid with the garden goal and the grandfather in net did it in extra time in front of the whole world. A boy from a 10,000 person town, found by accident in a schoolyard futsal match. A teenager who broke age records for most of the football world knew his name. A player hurt more times than most careers can absorb. Foot, knee, hamstring, an emergency, who kept returning anyway. A boy who spent a World Cup looking like the tournament's easiest punchline, before becoming, in one extra time period, the reason Spain are world champions again. Whatever comes next for Ferran Torres, the town of Foios now has a permanent answer to the question every small town eventually asks about its most famous export. The kid with the garden goal and the grandfather in net did it in extra time in front of the whole world. The transfer speculation didn't wait for the celebrations to end. French outlets were already linking him with Paris before the final whistle had properly settled. The town of Foios now has a permanent answer in front of the whole world.
The boy from Foios. Every football star begins somewhere. For Ferran Torres, it all started in the quiet town of Foios near Valencia, Spain. Long before packed stadiums and Champions League nights, he was simply a young boy chasing a football through neighborhood streets. Born on February 29, 2000, Ferran possessed something different. He wasn't the tallest or the strongest, but his speed, intelligence, and determination stood out from an early age. His family recognized his passion. Week after week, they drove him to training sessions, sacrificing time and comfort because they believed in his dream. Football wasn't just a hobby. It became his identity. Valencia's next great talent. At just 6 years old, Ferran joined the famous Valencia CF Academy. This academy had produced generations of talented Spanish footballers, and coaches immediately noticed the fearless youngster. Unlike many children, Ferran loved difficult situations. He wanted the ball when defenders surrounded him. He wanted to attack. As the years passed, he climbed through every youth level with remarkable consistency. His pace terrified defenders. His dribbling improved every season. Most importantly, he learned to play multiple attacking positions into quality that would define his professional career. Becoming the youngest star, in 2017, Ferran's lifelong dream became reality. He made his senior debut for Valencia. Suddenly, the teenager who once watched matches from the stands was now wearing the famous white shirt himself. Spanish football quickly noticed. Commentators praised his confidence. Fans admired his fearless runs. Experienced defenders struggled to stop him despite his young age. He wasn't simply another academy graduate. He looked like the future's a Copa del Rey glory. The 2018-19 season changed everything. Valencia reached the Copa del Rey final, facing mighty Barcelona. Very few believed Valencia could win. Barcelona had Lionel Messi. Ferran played an important role throughout the tournament, bringing energies and pace whenever his team needed it. Against Barcelona 21, it became one of the greatest nights in the club's modern history. For Ferran, lifting his first major trophy proved he belonged among football's elite. The boy from Foios.
Adventure in England in 2020, Ferran made one of the biggest decisions of his career. He left Spain, Manchester, specifically Manchester City, coached by Pep Guardiola. Many wondered whether the young Spaniards could adapt to the Premier League. The pace pace was faster, the defenders were stronger. Every match felt like a battle, but Ferran embraced the challenge. Instead of fearing competition, he welcomed it. Training every day alongside world-class teammates accelerated his development. He wasn't just learning football, he was learning excellence. Learning from Pep Guardiola, playing under Pep Guardiola's like attending football university. Every movement matters, every pass has purpose, every run creates space. Ferran quickly realized football was much more than speed and dribbling. Pep transformed him into a more intelligent attacker. When to stay wide, when to attack central spaces. Sometimes he even played as a false nine. His tactical understanding reached a completely new level. The hat-trick that announced his arrival, one unforgettable Champions League night, changed how Europe viewed Ferran Torres. Facing Newcastle, no that's wrong. His famous Champions League hat-trick came against Newcastle. Actually, it came against Newcastle. It was against a club in the Premier League that he scored a hat-trick. His true Champions League breakthrough came with spectacular performances, while one of his most memorable hat-tricks for Manchester City came against Castle United in the Premier League. His senior club hat-trick actually came against Newcastle in the Premier League. 3 goals, clinical finishing, perfect movement. The foot world suddenly understood that Ferran wasn't just a promising winger, he was becoming a complete goal scorer. Spain's new attacking leader. While club football was progressing, Ferran became increasingly important for Spain. Wearing the famous red jersey carried enormous responsibility. Spain expected beautiful football, creative movement, goals. Ferran delivered, whether in UEFA and Nations League, European Champions and qualifiers, or World Cup matches. He consistently became one of Spain's biggest attacking threats. His understanding with teammates improved every international window. He wasn't afraid of pressure, in fact, pressure seemed to inspire him. Spain expected beautiful football, Ferran delivered. In fact, pressure seemed to inspire him. Returning home to Barcelona in January 2022, Ferran returned to Spain. This time, he joined one of the biggest clubs in football history, FC Barcelona. The transfer carried enormous expectations. Barcelona was rebuilding after the departure of Lionel Messi. Young players were expected to lead a new generation. Ferran embraced the responsibility. Despite criticism, injuries, and enormous media attention, he continued working tirelessly. Every training session became another opportunity to improve, reinventing himself. Football careers rarely follow a straight path. There were moments when Ferran lost his starting position. Critics questioned his finishing. Social media became harsh. Many players would lose confidence. Ferran chose a different path. Ferran chose a different path. He worked harder, he improved physically, he strengthened his mentality. Instead of complaining, he focused on becoming better every single day. Why they call him the Shark. One nickname changed everything. The Shark. Fans began using the nickname because of Ferran's relentless mentality. A shark never stops moving, never stops hunting, never stops believing. Ferran embraced the identity. He even celebrated goals by making a shark fin gesture. The nickname wasn't about aggression, it represented resilience. No matter how many chances he missed, he always believed the next would go in. That mentality became his greatest weapon. The mental strength behind success. Elite football is played as much in the mind as on the pitch. Ferran has spoken openly about working with sports psychologists to improve his confidence and mental resilience. Instead of seeing mental coaching as weakness, he viewed it as another way to become stronger. His openness inspired many young athletes. Success isn't only built in the gym. Sometimes it's built in the mind. Becoming a complete forward. As the seasons passed, Ferran evolved beyond being a traditional winger. Yeah, he became capable of playing. He became capable of playing right wing, center forward, false nine. His versatility made him invaluable. Managers trusted him because he could solve tactical problems. Few attackers combine pace pressing, intelligent movement, and finish in the way Ferran does. His willingness to adapt became one of his greatest strengths. Fighting for every minute at elite clubs, competition never ends. Every season brings new signings, new stars, new challenges, new challenges. Instead of giving Ferran, continue fighting for every minute on the pitch. Sometimes he started, sometimes he came off the bench, but regardless of his role, he always played with maximum intensity. That's what separated him from many talented players. His commitment never changed. More than goals, statistics tell only part of Ferran's story. Goals matter, assists matter, but coaches value something else. Pressing, work rate, defensive effort, creating space for teammates, tracking back. These invisible bold conjurations often decide matches. Ferran became known as one of the hardest working forwards on the field, inspiring the next generations. Now look at Ferran Torres and see more than a footballer. They see mental toughness. His career proves that setbacks do not define greatness. Response does. Every missed chance, every difficult season can become fuel for improvement. The future still awaits. Ferran Torres is still writing his story. New trophies remain to be won, more goals remain to be scored. Major internationals still offer opportunities to create unforgettable moments for Spain. This journey reminds us that talent opens the door, with determination keeps it open. The shark never stopped swimming. From the small streets of Foios to Valencia's Academy, to Manchester City, to Barcelona, to becoming one of Spain's most important attacking players. Ferran Torres has never stopped evolving. Football constantly changes. New stars emerge, challenges become greater, but one thing remains constant. The shark keeps swimming, the shark keeps believing, the shark keeps hunting for the next goal. Because champions are not remembered only for the trophies they win, they are remembered for the courage they show when the world doubts them. And Ferran Torres continues to prove every time he steps onto the pitch that resilience, hard work, and belief can carry a player from a small Spanish town to the biggest stages in world football. The comeback season, silence in the dubters. Football is often unforgiving. One week you're the hero, the next you're questioned after a single missed opportunity. Ferran Torres experienced both sides. There were periods when he wasn't a guaranteed starter for Barcelona. New signings arrived, competition intensified, and critics wonder whether he could ever become a consistent first choice forward. Every missed chance was replayed countless times on television and social media. Every difficult performance sparked new debates. Some believed his best were already behind him, but Ferran never allowed our opinions to define his career. Instead of responding with interviews or excuses, he responded on the pitch. He stayed behind after training to work on his finishing. He analyzed his movements inside the penalty area. He improved his position, his first touch, and his composure in front of goal. Gradually, the results began to appear. Goals started arriving in crucial matches. Assists followed. His confidence returned. Barcelona's coaching staff noticed something beyond the statistics. Whenever the team needed fresh energy, relentless pressing or intelligent movement delivered, his teammates trusted him, his coaches trusted him. And slowly, the supporters who had once doubted him began chanting his name again. His comeback wasn't built on one spectacular performance. It was built on months of quiet determination. A reminder that he's finding the strength to stand back up. Barcelona's ultimate team player. In modern football, individual brilliance often captures the headlines. Champions are usually won by players willing to sacrifice for the team. Ferran Torres became one of those players. Unlike many attackers who focused only on scoring and embraced every responsibility, he chased defenders deep into their own half. He pressed goalkeepers without hesitation. He tracked back to help his fullbacks defend dangerous counterattacks. His work rarely appeared on highlight reels, but coaches noticed. Football analysts praised his tactical intelligence. His movement without the ball created space for teammates like Robert Lewandowski, Lamiyama, Rafinha, and Pedri. Sometimes his run wasn't meant for himself. It was designed to open a passing lane for someone else. Those invisible actions often change games. Whether playing on the left wing, the right wing, or through the center, Ferran adapted without complaint. He understood that greatness isn't always measured by personal glory. Sometimes the most valuable player is the one willing to do whatever the team needs. That selfless attitude earned him respect inside Barcelona's dressing room. Spain's trusted big game performer. Some players shine in ordinary matches, others rise when the pressure is greatest. Ferran Torres has repeatedly shown that he belongs in the second category. Whenever Spain entered major tournaments, expectations were enormous. Millions of supporters watched every pass, every shot, every decision, yet Ferran rarely looked intimidated. His intelligent movement constantly troubled defenders. His pressing helped Spain recover possession high up the pitch. His finishing turned difficult matches into memorable victories. He brought energy that lifted the entire team. His teammates valued his versatility. His coach created his discipline. His opponents respected his relentless work ethic. Every tournament strengthened his reputation as one of Spain's most dependable attacking players. He wasn't simply chasing personal records. He was helping continue Spain's proud footballing tradition. Technical excellence and unwavering belief. Ferran Torres, the ultimate team player. Hey! Legacy still being written. Every footballer story eventually becomes history, but Ferran Torres is still writing his. He continues to chase new trophies, new goals, new unforgettable nights under the floodlights. His journey has already inspired thousands of young who dream of reaching the highest level. They see a player who refused to surrender after criticism, a player who embraced competition instead of fearing it, a player who understood that talent alone is never enough. Discipline matters. Humility matters. Resilience matters. From the streets of Foios to the grand stages of European football, Ferran's journey proves that every setback can become the beginning of something greater. Years from now, people may remember the goals he scored, the trophies he lifted, the famous clubs he represented. But perhaps his greatest legacy not defined by how many times they succeed. They're defined by how they respond when success seems far away. And as long as Ferran Torres continues wearing his boots, stepping onto the pitch, and making that iconic shark celebration after scoring, one message will remain clear: the shark is still swimming. And And his greatest chapter may still be ahead. Beyond football, the person behind the player, to millions of fans, Ferran Torres is a fearless who defenders with speed and confidence. But away from packed stadiums and television cameras, he is known for something very different, his calm personality. Unlike many modern football stars, Ferran has never sought constant attention off the pitch. He prefers letting his performances speak for him. Family has always remained one of the strongest influences in his life. From the early stays in Foios' biggest stadiums, their support has been a constant source of motivation. Friends and teammates often describe him as focused, respectful, and hard. He understands that professional football is about much more than talent. Recovery, training, mental preparation. Every detail matters. Ferran also recognized the responsibility that comes with being a role model. Young footballers watch every celebration and every reaction after victory or defeat. That is why he consisted and tries to show profession and humility. Teammates, opponents, referees, and supporters alike. His journey reminds young athletes that character is built not only by winning trophies, but by handling success and disappointment with dignity. Behind the goals and celebrations is a player who never forgets where he came from. A boy from Foios who simply loved playing straight. Every footballer dreams of playing in a FIFA World Cup. Only a select few change its history forever. For Ferran Torres, the 2026 FIFA World Cup became the defining chapter of his career. Spain arrived at the tournament carrying enormous expectations. As European champions, they were among the favorites, but every opponent wanted to be the team that stopped them. Throughout the competition, Spain played with confidence and discipline in their trademark possession-based football. Whether starting or coming off the bench, he pressed relentlessly, stretched defenses with intelligent movement, and brought fresh energy whenever Spain needed it most. As the knockout rounds began, every match became more demanding. Spain defeated Austria in the round of 32, overcame Portugal in a tense round of 16 clash, and produced a brilliant performance to eliminate France in the semi-finals, earning a place in the biggest match of all, the FIFA World Cup final. Waiting for them was defending champion Argentina. For more than 100 minutes, neither side could find the breakthrough. Argentina defended bravely, while Spain controlled possession and created chance after chance. Then came the moment that football fans will never forget. In the 106th minute of extra time, Ferran Torres timed his run perfectly. A cross from the right was headed into his path by Nico Williams, and Ferran reacted in an instant with remarkable composure under immense pressure. He fired the ball into the net. The stadium erupted. Spanish players sprinted toward him. Millions of supporters around the world celebrated. Ferran Torres had scored the goal that made Spain world champion. His famous shark celebration followed. Player who had once been doubted him. The player one had once been finding images of the tournament. But the goal represented much more than a World Cup of his life. As Captain Rodri lifted the World Cup trophy alongside his teammates, Ferran Torres had secured his place in Spanish football history forever. Years from now, fans may forget countless goals scored during league seasons. Years from now, fans may forget countless scored during league seasons, but they will always remember the night when Ferran Torres, the shark, rose from the bench, struck in extra time, and brought the World Cup home to Spain.
the dream that never ends. Every footballer dreams of lifting trophies. Every footballer dreams of hearing fans sing their name. Ferran Torres has already experienced many unforgettable moments. He has represented Valencia. He has learned under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. He has worn the legendary Barcelona shirt. He has proudly represented Spain on the international stage. Yet his journey is far from complete. Each new season brings fresh opportunities, another league title to chase, another Champions League campaign, another international tournament where he can help Spain compete for glory. Football never stands still. Young stars continue to emerge. Competition grows stronger every year. But Ferran has shown throughout his career that he embraces challenges rather than avoiding them. His story is no longer about proving critics wrong. It is about becoming the very best version of himself. One training session at a time. One match at a time. One goal at a time. Years from now, when football fans look back on Ferran Torres' career, they may remember the trophies, the spectacular goal celebration, but above all, they will remember a player who refused to stop believing. But above all, they will remember a player who refused to stop believing, because legends are not created in moments of comfort. The shark is still chasing greatness. The man beyond the spotlight. To millions of football fans, Ferran Torres is known as the Shark. A fearless attacker who never stops chasing the next goal, but away from roaring stadiums and flashing cameras, Ferran leads a remarkably grounded life. Unlike many modern footballers, he has never been one to seek constant attention on social media or make headlines with a glamorous lifestyle. Instead, he prefers spending time with the people who have supported him since the very beginning. Family has always been the foundation of his journey. His parents encouraged his dream from the days when he was just a young boy playing football in Foios. They drove him to training sessions, celebrated every small success, and reminded him to stay humble, no matter how far football took him. Even after becoming an international star, Ferran has often spoken about the importance of remaining connected to his roots. Whenever his demanding schedule allows, he enjoys returning to his hometown, where familiar streets remind him of the boy who dreamed of becoming a professional footballer. Friends describe him as calm, respectful, and thoughtful. He is not the loudest voice in the dressing room, but his quiet confidence earns the respect of teammates. Away from football, Ferraning time with close friends, relaxing with music, watching football from around the world, and following other sports to learn from elite athletes in different disciplines, his lifestyle reflects discipline. Professional football demands more than talent. Every day involves carefully planned meals, recovery sessions, gym workouts, tactical meetings, and hours of training. Even during holidays, Ferran understands that maintaining fitness is essential. The sacrifices often remain invisible to fans, while supporters watch 90 minutes on match day. They rarely see the thousands of hours spent preparing for those moments. Perhaps that's why Ferran rarely takes success for granted. He knows every achievement is earned through consistency. The humility he learned as a child continues to guide him, reminding him that fame is temporary, but character lasts forever. Love, growth, and finding balance. Life at the highest level of football can be overwhelming. Constant travel, relentless media attention, pressure to perform every weekend. Learning to balance football with his personal life has been just as important as improving his finny or tactical awareness. Over the years, his relationships and personal mature both on and off the pitch. Like many young athletes growing up in the public eye, Ferran has experienced moments when his private life attracted media attention. Rather than allowing outside distractions to affect his performances, he learned an important lesson. The opinions that matter most come from family, trusted friends, coaches, and teammates, not from headlines. That perspective has helped him remain focused during difficult periods of his career. Another defining aspect of Ferran's personal growth has been his willingness to work on his mental well-being. He has openly discussed working with sports psychologists, believing that mental strength's the same attention as physical fitness. For Ferran, confidence is not something that simply appears before a match. It is built through preparation, through self-belief, through learning from mistakes rather than fearing them. His openness has inspired many young athletes that seeking guidance is not a weakness, it is part of becoming stronger. Off the pitch, Ferran values simple moments, sharing meals with family, laughing with lifelong friends, taking time away from football to recharge both mentally and physically. These moments allow him to return to the game with renewed energy and focus. As his career continues to evolve, Ferran Torres understands that trophies and medals will one day become memories, and the example he sets for the next generation will remain his greatest legacy, because behind every great footballer is not only as an athlete, but as a son, a friend, a teammate, and a human being. And for Ferran, that journey of growth is far from over.